Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Real Estate Show with Terry. Today we are privileged to be in Kitengela and learning from the best. He is a man who's been in the real estate industry for over 15 years and based in Kitengela. So anything about Kitengela, he's so knowledgeable. And we'll welcome him to the show. Welcome, introduce yourself and tell us about real estate in Kitengela.
Thank you, Terry. I appreciate you for having me around, and welcome to Kitengela.
Thank you.
Kitengela is a cosmopolitan town. It has grown since the late 1990s up to where we are currently. It started like a shopping center, and because of the peace and tranquility and the unity here, and the welcoming of the Maasai people here,
yes,
everyone has found a home.
So it means it is not just, there is no particular tribe that can lay claim of Kitengela?
Maybe we say indigenous, from the indigenous people, yes, just like the way Nairobi belonged to the Maasai or Ngatarugai and all that.
Yes.
This was basically the Maasai people. But as we are now, yes, everybody is comfortable here. You'll find, like, my neighbor is a Luo, another one is a Kalenjin, another one is a Taita. We are all here in Kitengela, and we are happy to call it home.
So you're saying the place was like a shopping center in the 90s?
Yes, yes.
So you've seen it grow. How has it been?
Actually, I remember when I was at the university and I used to come here, we basically knew everyone. And I would go to Nairobi in KBS, those buses.
Yes.
And you would know who sits where, yes, by name.
Yes.
You go to church and you'd know everyone by name. If you miss anyone, then you'll go look for them. That's how it started.
And I remember we were discussing something with you earlier on, and you were saying buy land where people are going, not when they've already settled. Maybe you can tell the viewers, what do you really mean?
When we came here, there were very few people, and it was very easy to buy here. The prices were relatively low. And then when everybody came in here, the prices skyrocketed, and it was very difficult even to buy and keep, especially in bigger chunks. So the easiest was to go where you are expecting people to come. By this I mean, I remember when I was a young boy, I visited Ngatarugai many years ago, and it was a very small town also. And then my subsequent visit could see how the town was growing and how the town was growing. And I remember when I came to settle in Kitengela, it was almost like a copy and paste of Ngatarugai. You would see it grow. You'd see it grow. And that's why I'm saying, because I saw it now, the easiest is to go where you are expecting people to come. And then they will come. Then you go to the next place. And then if you are in this for business, yes, you make your money.
Yeah, even for those who are settling, don't go where people have already settled, because the prices are high. You need to go a place that is developing, and this is the advice I give investors. Do not look for wait for a place to grow, then now you rush to buy. You will not make money. You will make money when you go to a place that there are less people, there's less development, the prices will keep shooting. And I would like you to take us through the process of acquisition of land in Kitengela, and this replicates throughout the country. Is the land registry digitalized in Kitengela for now?
I think that is work in progress. They've really improved on it, and it is, I'm sure eventually they will tell us we are good to go. But they've been doing it over the years.
Oh, okay,
I'm sure it's just as for them to tell us now you can do search online and all that.
Yes.
That one we leave it to them. They let us know.
Okay, okay.
But they are working they are working on that, and most likely they are almost about to complete. I'm not very good. I don't have all the information in the land registry.
It will come out
but
soon.
I know we have been seeing them work in progress.
Okay.
Yes.
I think you can take us through the process of maybe I have a big chunk of land, because just a few weeks ago or a few days ago, a lady called me and she told me she has about 10 acres and she'd now like to subdivide. Take us through the process, especially based on the Kajiado office, the Kitengela Lands Office. You handle it at Kajiado. You can take us through the process from the beginning until the end. If somebody wants to buy land and subdivide, how is that process?
Maybe basically land in Kajiado is agriculture. And right now, with the county governments in place, they are coming up with land policy here. And you find that there are some areas that they are setting up for industries, for urban centers, and that. So the first one would want to do is go and have a copy of the policy guideline on what specific areas are meant for. That will guide you.
And where are you getting this document from?
From the lands office.
From the lands office.
And especially from the county government, because they have the office of the planner, the town planner.
Yes.
And basically, even before any subdivision can go through, it has to go through the office
yes.
for approval.
Yes.
Maybe the first thing one does is, if you already have the land, is you would get the services of a qualified surveyor.
Yes.
You would take him to your piece of land, you show him the beacons, he would pick them.
Yes.
Then you'd get the mutation plan, that's the map of that land and the surrounding
and
land.
I think we have a mutation.
The mutation plans, we have examples.
Yeah, because I get my viewers asking, what is a mutation?
Now, the map of land, or
yes.
the map of that location,
yes.
Which can now be localized to a particular area, is called mutation. But basically in Kajiado, you go through, it's called REM maps.
Yes.
And those REM references
yes.
will take you from the whole Kajiado or Kenya map,
yes.
Kajiado County,
yes.
The sub-county, all that to the specific area that you are looking at. Now, mutation is that map, particularly for that piece of land.
Yes.
Say, for example, you have 10 acres, and this 10 acre, we got it from a chunk of maybe 50 acres
yes.
that was subdivided, maybe 3, 10, 4, whatever acres.
Yes.
So this mutation for 10 acres, we show you the neighboring lands.
Yes.
And also your title number.
Yes.
Such that when you ask to locate your land, with your number
yes.
and with the REM,
yes.
RIM map,
yes.
you're able to go directly to there.
Yeah, and this is something that is very important, because you can be sold to land, you can have the title deed of this particular area and another that is far. So when you're able to note the surrounding, you are more exact on the location of your land. You will not be taken further to the land that is far, yet you wanted maybe near the road. Because I remember there was a certain man, he wanted near the road, but the seller had 2 pieces of land. So when he was shown the title, he actually thought it was for the one near the road, because he didn't have this the map. Yeah? But when now, after he'd already done the purchase and now he was going to get the documents, he was told that the land that he has bought is over 40 kilometers from the road. So you have to have this document to get the exact location.
In fact, about that, we need to emphasize on that, because this is one of the gray areas where really people lose their money.
Yes.
I mean, they don't get value for land.
Yes.
Actually, even I, personally being in this business for that long,
yes.
I have encountered those several times.
Yes.
I remember one time when we were starting and I was shown a land in a place called Koroboi.
Yes.
And there was a government borehole.
Yes.
And as we went and paid deposit, but because we didn't see the beacons,
yes.
when we saw the services of a surveyor, he told us, no, this is not the particular borehole.
Yes.
And he identified the land, he located the land 12 kilometers inside. And the money we had paid deposit was actually almost more than the cost of land. So it really happens.
Yes.
But I think also the land guys here have seen that, and I
Yes.
think it's the Ministry of Land for that matter.
Yes.
What they are doing now is that they are getting the GPS coordinates.
Oh, okay.
Maybe just to show you that, if you look at this mutation, uh, you
Oh,
can
you can see the
you
coordinates.
can see the coordinates.
Oh, okay, okay.
So now that every particular, they are making sure they pick the coordinates,
Oh, okay.
the GPRS location, so that
Yes.
whatever location is here cannot be located, I mean, it cannot be duplicated.
Yes.
So that now even in their records,
Yes.
they cannot have two titles for the same, because the coordinates cannot be the
Cannot
same.
be the same.
So
yes.
with this issue of coming up with the GPS coordinates,
Yes.
they've really helped, and I'm sure they have solved that problem.
Oh, okay, okay.
Although again, maybe for the audience,
Yes.
that's why we are saying,
Yes.
when you want to purchase some property, you need to do your due diligence.
Yes.
And it is always good to have reference,
Yes.
that you work together with someone who's done it,
Yes.
because normally what happens is that you see it being advertised in the newspapers, or you saw, I remember when you were young, those papers used to be given along the
The
streets
flyers,
of, the
yes.
flyers along the streets of Mfagano Street in
Yes.
Nairobi. And so now when you get someone who is knowledgeable like you now,
Yes.
and the way you are out there to give and educate these people,
Yes.
that's how you do it. And it even better when you have someone who's already maybe purchased from that particular person,
Yes.
or who knows that particular person. That reference
Yes.
checkup is very important. Let me emphasize on the coordinate. If you look at this map once again,
Yes.
you'll say that each corner has the coordinates, the
Coordinates,
GPS
yes.
coordinate.
Yes.
By GPS we mean, the international one, that wherever you are, whether you're in America, you can actually locate it. It's like the Google Maps.
Yes.
With those coordinates, it will take you to exactly
That-
that particular point. And this is very important, because it avoids where someone takes photos of a house in Karen, or maybe Kahawa,
And
or elsewhere, and tells you this is
This
what they are
is-
doing. So you're able to get the particular coordinate, the GPS, that wherever you are, you can locate your piece of land, you can send in one. Maybe like now we say, when you want someone to come to where you are,
Yes.
you set them pin,
yes,
the pin location.
Yes.
This is almost the pin location for that particular piece of land. So it's very crucial.
Yeah, and I remember the CS Lands Farida Karonei talking about this. It will be put in the system, such that from anywhere in the world you can be able to see your land.
Yes, yes. The other thing also is that with this one, there cannot be duplication, because coordinates, I mean, it's the same. I mean, you cannot have
Two
for,
coordinates.
for different properties.
Yes.
Coordinates is for the particular. It's almost like an ID when it is not corrupted. I mean, the ID belongs, or the fingerprints actually.
Yes.
And this is one thing that we really applaud the Lands Ministry for coming up with this, because it will eliminate all those issues of duplication, double allocation, and all that. So what now remains is for the purchaser
Yes.
to make sure they do their due diligence and ensure those things are there. The only thing I would say is that this one has started the other day.
Yes.
So those maps that were there before, they
did
may not have them.
Yes.
But
yes.
anything that is current, it must have the
coordinates,
coordinates. The coordinates. So once they do that, and fortunately, in the LAD's office,
Yes.
now no mutation can go through without the coordinates being referred to. So it's taken to the qualified surveyor, approves it. You as the client approves it. Then you fill in something called the application, the land board application, because the land board also has to approve for that particular land to be subdivided.
Yes.
So the moment this is an example of the land board
Yes.
consent approval forms.
Yes.
You fill it. The purpose for the consent is subdivision into whatever portions you want. Then it goes through the land board. They approve or not. but yeah, we assume it is approved.
Yes.
If it is approved, it is taken to the town, the planner,
Yes.
and now that's where they will also again counter check with the yard policy
Yes.
and the area there. Once they are satisfied that it meets the criteria, they will give it the numbers, the land numbers. Initially, the land numbers used to be given in the LAD's registry,
Yes.
but this has been shifted because, I mean, there were used to be double allocation of numbers once again.
Yes.
But now when it is brought to the planner
Yes.
and the district surveyor working together,
Yes.
it is very easy. There is no number that can be repeated. And once now that is approved, it is taken to the land registrar,
Yes.
who signs those forms
Yes.
and issues the title deeds for each portion. For example, for our case in point,
Yes.
if you look at these were 2 acres.
Yes.
This was the draft subdivision,
Yes.
and also what area each portion takes.
Yes.
Here in Kitagera, you cannot subdivide anything less than 50 by 100. It cannot go through.
Yes.
So if it meets that criteria, then it
Yes.
is approved.
Yes.
Each portion is given a number.
Yes.
Whatever the numbers
The
that are
numbers
written in pen,
Yes.
those numbers become the title number, the
The
new title numbers.
Yes.
And once that is approved, you can see like this one. It is again the coordinates are there. It is approved by the town planner,
Yes.
the district surveyor,
Yes.
and the registrar.
Yes.
Then the titles for each portion are issued.
I should.
So
Before we go to the title, we need to emphasize that if you're subdividing a certain piece of land, you need to get road access to each and every plot, and the road has currently they're doing at 9 meters,
9
and
meters.
nothing less.
Yes.
So as you're subdividing the land, or as you're buying the land, the road should be every plot should have an access road, or you should be able to go to your even the farthest plot, having been provided for the road by that maybe 2 acres or the 5 acres.
Just to add on to that,
Yes.
once during the subdivision and you give way for the road,
Yes.
that road is no longer yours.
Yes.
It is public property. So those guys who go and close those roads, it is no longer yours. It is surrendered to the council. Whether you had 10 acres and you've done so many roads in that portion of land that comprises the road is not your property.
It is now no. You will not say this is a private road.
The only private road maybe is your driveway at your house.
at
So
your-
long as it has not been surrendered in the map in any registry,
Yes.
it is not a private road.
Okay.
But if it is surrendered,
Yes.
and each property has its own title,
Yes.
then that land
Yes.
is public land. I mean, that road is public.
Public. Yes.
The only thing maybe is now because we have estates and they come up with new guidelines and
Yes.
you register them
Yes.
as gated communities and all that.
Yes.
That one, the estate now enters into their own agreement. It is approved by the council
Yes.
or by the county government
Yes.
to become maybe an estate.
An estate, and there is no now. You just cannot access based on the
And there is
regulations.
what you can develop within that. Those are bylaws.
Yes.
But basically, the road becomes public.
Public.
Road. Yes.
So once you surrender this road, can you claim it back? What are the options of claiming back these kind of roads?
Actually, the essence of providing for the road is to make sure that there is no one with landlocked. Anybody can access their portion.
Yes.
And that's a right, I think, is in the Constitution. Anyone has a right to their property.
Yes.
So, if you subdivide and sell,
Yes.
and then you want to claim it back, how do you expect those people to access their portion? The only way you can claim back a road
Yes.
is if you subdivide, but you have not sold.
Sold the
So the property is still yours,
yes.
and you want to amalgamate, put it back to a single title.
Title. Okay.
Now that one you can take it back to the planner and what is a process also.
Yes.
But usually now you can get back your whole land as it was.
And then you'll be given one title.
You'll get back one title, the way you had the initial title. Maybe when you are subdividing, I forgot to mention that you have to surrender that original title.
Yes.
Just like the way you change the logbook
Yes.
to someone, you have to surrender the old one,
Yes.
and they get a new one.
Yes.
Same case when you're subdividing. You surrender the original title you had for maybe the 5-10 acres,
Yes.
and then you get now
For this individual
for
plots.
the individual plots.
Okay, okay.
Yes. Mm.
Going now, like I have a title deed here. Maybe from the mutation you had mentioned. This is Kajiado stroke something 121303. From the mutation, how was it allocated, the number?
Maybe what you normally see is that from the front page of the mutation form,
Yes.
which you are submitting for approval,
Yes.
normally you have identified the particular portion either with digits,
Yes.
that is 1, 2, 3 up to maybe 100,
Yes.
if there are many,
Yes.
or maybe alphabetically if there are not many.
Yes.
For this particular case, the identification was alphabetical.
Yes.
From A, B, C, D.
Yes.
Or I think this was
numerical. Yes.
1 to say number 16.
Yes.
So usually the surveyor will just give that numerical number,
Yes.
and leave a space,
Yes.
for the district surveyor,
Yes.
and the town planner to
Yes.
locate the number.
Oh, okay.
Once they give that particular number,
Yes.
you are able to go to the ground and see this plot is plot number 9.
Okay. Now, like here I have 1303.
121303, you
Yes.
will come to this front page,
Yes.
and locate it.
Oh, it is now this number 15.
Number 15.
Oh, okay, okay.
Now, in your mutation,
Yes.
if you go inside here,
Yes.
you will see the first draft.
Yes.
The first draft is the one with the numbers.
Yes.
So number 15, you know it is
this
second
one.
from last, for example.
Yes.
The other page now
Yes.
is the same mutation,
Yes.
but now has the title numbers. So it's still the same number, it doesn't change,
Yes.
but now it has the title,
number.
So if you get this title now,
Yes.
you already know the location is here.
Yes.
And that's how you're able to identify your, your land
Yes.
from the title deed. So without the mutation
Yes.
plan,
Yes.
you cannot locate a title. Sometimes this comes up very often,
Yes.
and someone sends you a title and says, "Now, can you get the location of this land? How?
Yes.
How will you get?" And there are so many portions and so many numbers.
Yes.
So the first thing you do is that if they don't have the mutation,
Yes.
every time a subdivision happens,
Yes.
a copy is left in the district surveyor's office.
Yes.
So you take that title,
Yes.
you go to the district surveyor, you are able to locate that mutation.
Yes.
From that mutation, you can also now buy the REM, the larger map.
larger map.
That
yes.
way you are able to identify. And those are the first steps and the crucial steps
Yes.
you must do when you are buying land.
Just what I tell people, do due diligence. We've taken you through the process of you have land and you're subdividing, the process that it takes until you get the final title deeds. And for the buyer who is now coming to buy the plot, when we talk of a ready title deed, this is what we mean. And it is not under your name. You have to go through the same process to have the title changed from the seller to you, the buyer. So when a certain property is said there is ready title deed, it is not that the title deed is under your name. It is under the name of the seller. And now you go through the same process, do the search, all this process, and you get your title deed now under your name. It normally takes about 90 days for some registries. Others, because of factors that are beyond the control of either the seller or even the land's office, it can take more. And thank you very much for watching this show. As always, we have great insights, and today we are privileged to have had somebody in the industry for over 15 years, and he has shared very big and many insights that you don't need to lose out on land. You don't need to lose your money if you follow all these due processes. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel, watch, like, and share.